Hello everybody, and welcome back to episode 11 of the New World Lore series. Today we follow a peculiar tale of an unknown explorer who marks every note with the letter X. What is his name? We may never know. But leave your best guess in the comment section, and on release, should we ever learn the name of this explorer, bounty unlike any other may await your call. With this said, we begin the tale, The Unknown Explorer. Note 1. The Noise. Last night I was woken by a strange blue flashing light up the hillside, accompanied by this noise, a melodious but also dreadful sound, like a song played perfectly off key on a piano that was purposely tuned incorrectly. It was like something out of a carnival dream. However, I imagine it to be more of a celebration of something malicious. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in weeks. At first I thought it was the island playing tricks on me, but now I am starting to think haunting is more appropriate. Signed, the letter X. Note 2. Care is abandoned. We have set up a small tent in the forest near Everfall for rest and storage. I'm still questioning my decision to set up camp here because every morning I wake up to fresh wolf tracks in the area. Today, however, it is clear that they were rummaging through my pack outside the tent, and a few tears on the tent have shown themselves. There must be a den nearby. It is strange how confident and invasive some creatures have become in this place. Creatures of all shapes and sizes seem not to consider whether or not their prey is too large or too powerful, as if death was all there was to fear. But now that even death has forsaken us, all care is abandoned. Signed, the letter X. Note 3. Who walked first? Exploration has become one of my nightmares. Today, walking alone a newly found overgrown pathway, I discovered an archway. It appears to predate the temples and monoliths. I wondered if perhaps there was a tribal civilization that lived here before the ancients, or perhaps earlier in the ancients' timeline, before their discovery of technology in Azoth. I wonder who was first to walk this accursed land, and what happened to them. These are the thoughts that haunt my eternal sleepless nights. Signed, the letter X. Note 4. Tempting Fates. We have moved our camp, and despite my words of disagreement regarding this location, they have pushed my words aside and set up our tent near the burned shack. I am not so quick to dismiss the past. Something burnt this shack down, and whatever it was, it could come back and lay us to rest with the same fate. Why should we tempt that fate? Are we doomed to repeat the same mistakes for all eternity? Signed, the letter X. Note 5. Full Moon. On nights like this, when the full moon's light glistens through the tall trees, beams of light descending from the heavens like an arrow's shadow cutting through the foliage to reach its target, the wind bouncing off of the trees creating a soothing sound through the leaves, it seems to reverberate with warmth and power. It can be easy to forget the horror of our otherwise unfortunate situation, the dire battle we wage to keep our very souls from fading like a distant dream. Such is the insidious nature of this hell. Signed, the letter X. Note 6. Sleep of the Dead. The temperate air soothes my body. The sounds of the waterfall put me in a trance. I lie in my cot with the wind hushing me to sleep as I drift off into my eternal slumber. It is not a feeling like that of a night full of drinks. My senses are dulled and my body feels detached from this world. Why in this place of eternal life do I feel less alive than ever? I sleep like the dead. Signed, the letter X. Note 7. Again the noise. I've awoken from my ethereal slumber to hear that awful sound again. The celebration of damnation. And fire, blue fire lighting up the mountain's crest. Not a soul in sight, but a soul's presence surrounds me. Signed, the letter X. Note 8. Ancient's Grove. I stumbled into what appears to be an ancient grove. This archway of woven wordwood trees seemingly marks the entrance of what is now a modest grove, if it can even be called that. The ancients clearly valued this place. Pathways, broken lanterns, weathered bricks, and all but a handful of trees still standing. What secrets do these strange trees hold? And for what? Signed, the letter X. Note 9. Quite the view. I stand at a vantage point in the mountains facing the great obelisks. From this position, the largest spire cuts through the sky. It is clear to me that the locations of the spires and obelisk hold a great meaning. The circular layout of obelisk with one giant spire in the center appears to me as some sort of ancient magic circle, similar to that of the mages we see today only on a grander scale, and if I'm correct about the magic circle, the magnitude of power would be greater than the likes this world has ever known. Signed, the letter X. Note 10. Grand Stairs. Such a feat of engineering. A stairway carved from the side of a cliff that runs behind a great waterfall. The steps protruding the rock as though they were placed in holes, though the smoothened rock face it is attached to leaves evidence of hundreds of hours of carving. Each step carved freehand with minor differences among each one as they lead to the obelisk above. It seems there was no attempt to ever harness the power of the falls, and these braziers, I see no evidence of them ever having been lit. Odd indeed. Signed, by the letter X, the Unknown Explorer. Thank you guys for checking out episode 11 of the lore series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or concerns regarding the lore and its accuracy, feel free to leave a comment down below. As you guys know, this is not technically the original story. If you go onto the New World Fans website and look at these lore notes specifically, you'll notice that there's only about 2 sentences in each note. So I added a whole bunch to kind of just make it seem a hell of a lot more interesting than it was to me when I first read it. Personally, I like this version quite a bit more than the original, and this is one of the few notes that I'm going to say that on, just because of the amount of information given. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.